On Saturday, we got the report from one of our employees that our field B50 was on fire. It's a 20-acre field. So the team mobilized and went out there and found out that it was on fire, and we basically put a bulldozer in to cut a fire line and contain the fire. So that's what we found. Of course, then we reported it to all the authorities, to the police. And the police came out and we did an inspection, and we found a spot where we think the fire was lit in some grass, and it walked into the field from there. So that's what we found on Saturday.
Sir, is there any possibility that this particular fire could have been a natural source, or it had to have been intentionally set?
No, these fields don't set themselves on fire. Absolutely not. This fire was definitely set. The value of that sugarcane we estimated just over $12,000. We're hoping that the Santander mill can fire up today. It's not fired up yet. If it fires up today, then we'll be able to harvest that cane and process that cane, and there will be minimal loss to the company. Some damage when we're put the bulldozer in, but very minimal. So that's the hope. If they don't get fired up by tomorrow, then we will lose that $12,000 because by the time that cane has rotted after burning.
Any ideas as to who could have done this and why?
I can't really speculate on who. That's a difficult question, and the police are doing their investigation. So I would refrain from speculating there. The why, is also very, very difficult. We've got, as you know, there's a land issue here between us and some folks that are farming on ground that we have title to. We also last week had a spray issue where we were accused of one of our aerial sprays damaging some crops. So it could have been in retaliation for that. I don't know. It's very difficult to speculate exactly what would have caused it or who would have caused it. So, but those are the two issues that we have that are ongoing right now. We have a history of trying to engage the community and providing support to the community and working with the community. But as this dispute has heated up over the past few years, we've sort of had to take a stance and communicate through the authorities because that's been a more fruitful path of communicating. So us reaching out, no, other than talking to the village chairman as an authority again, we haven't reached out to the farmers. No. So we're doing this all through the authorities. We think that's best given the circumstance. Coming into the dry season, this is when it all starts to happen, and this is when it can build, and we're going to be clearing. They want to clear, and so this is the time of year when it all starts to come together, and little tensions fly and things like that happen. But I would say the status quo is the same, and I would sum it up to you like this: we have title to land. We have some farmers that are on that title land that claim they have some rights to that land, and so we have one of two solutions. Our company has said from the very beginning that we are willing to do a deal with the government to provide area for these people to farm on our property, or some sort of agreement with the government and with them to make that situation work, or we go to court to settle it and let the court tell us who owns what. And so those are the two options. And I would say it's the status quo, but I think that this time of year is when you see the tensions rise, because this is the time of year when everybody gets productive.